All right, I'm going to try to run through this real quickly. These are my fronts. They're SVS Ultra bookshelves. My surrounds, they're all DefTech SM45s, discontinued model. I use some BS22s, Pioneer BS22s for TeamSpeak. Current subs that I'm using are SVS, what are these? SB2000s. And I use two receivers. One's a DVD era receiver, the other's a Blu-ray era receiver. The Sony is like a mid-range receiver from 1999. The Pioneer is a 94 TXH. It was a flagship model back in the Blu-ray era, like 2007. It's nice. It still works. Anyway, just more of the same. Okay. Most nerds slam their computers against the wall. They face the wall. They use headphones or they use headsets, and they have stupid gaming chairs and stupid shit. It's fucking dumb. They spend a bunch of money on processors and graphics cards and shit, which is, it's all cool, but they completely forget about the other half of the gaming experience, which is sound. And if you've never had good sound, you'll fucking trash talk it. But if you have heard good sound, if you actually have heard like real hi-fi audio, like real expensive speakers, like $2,000 or $3,000 a pair of speakers, you'll have a greater appreciation for audio and what it can do. The reason my speakers are not on my desk, the reason my desk is in the middle of the room, is for imaging. That tweeter is an equal distance from that tweeter to my face. It's an equilateral triangle. Okay? And the reason I do this is for stereo imaging. The reason that the speakers are way away from that wall is to give the sound depth. If you perfectly position your speakers and you're in a room that is conducive to good audio, the speakers will disappear and you will have floor-to-ceiling sound, and it is amazing. I haven't achieved that in this room. I don't know if I can achieve that in this room. There's a lot of tweaking you can do. You'll notice these speakers have a little bit of toe-in. Toe-in gives you more detail, but the image isn't as big. It's not as wide. Okay? It's not as tall. Well, it should be actually just as tall, actually. I don't know. Never really experimented. Anyway, the other part about positioning speakers is that you want the tweeters at ear level. You don't want your speakers like way up above you. You don't want them like way below you. You don't want them like slammed, And you'll notice too, my room, I got the roof line right there, and then I don't over there. So this room has, it's not equal, right? It would be nice if it was, but it's not. So let's move on to the important thing. Those speakers there, those SM45s, far superior to headphones. Okay, and they're not even I spent $100 on those. They're not even a great speaker. Far superior to headphones. Those speakers there, they're superior to headphones too. Those speakers, I bought those on Craigslist for $25 for the pair. They cost $100 new. Those speakers are probably about 80% of those, if these speakers are properly positioned. Diminishing returns shows up in audio pretty quick. You can set up a system. If you Craigslist it, shop deals, you can set up a really bitchin' 4.2 system for $540. The current setup I have is about almost $2,800. The original setup I had before I got some money was about $670. And this is an okay setup. I had the speakers right on the desk here, and that was not as good. If I'd had this same setup, but I'd had them positioned way out there on speaker stands like I do now, and these speaker stands cost me about, $10, and they took me about 10 minutes to make, maybe 20. I would have far superior sound with just, $700 in instead of like $3,000 in. But I got more money now, so I'm trying out different things. I might actually send those back. I don't know if I'm going to keep them or not. As far as receivers go, you can pick up receivers for about $40-50 at Goodwill or Craigslist. You shouldn't spend much more than that. People sometimes, they spent, like back in the day, somebody spent $1,600 on this receiver back in the day. And they're going to want like $300 for it, but don't give it to them. Fuck them. I got this one for $150. Okay, this 94 TXH. That was a good deal. The BS22s, that was a good deal too. Some people treat their shit like it's gold, you know. It ain't. If you see scuffs on a speaker or whatever, I mean, people treat this shit like furniture. I don't give a fuck, personally. You know, as long as it's not totally beat the fuck. But some people, I mean, if there's one mark on it, they're like, oh, I can't have that. Fucking assholes. Anyway, I don't know. There's a lot to say, but positioning is the most important thing for your speakers to say good, and excuse me, it's for your speakers to sound good. And most people don't fucking position shit, and most people don't even have the room for it either. Most people are like crammed in, you know, and in their gaming setup, and it's fucking bullshit. Get your speakers out in the middle of the fucking room; they'll sound so much fucking better. God, and this is, I mean, this gives me such a fucking advantage in BC2. Such a fucking advantage. I mean, God, over headphones? I mean, I had good headphones, and it gave me an advantage over people with shitty headphones, but having this kind of imaging, oh my fuck. You know, it doesn't stop me from getting stabbed in the back or anything like that, but, God, being able to figure out where people are at within like 10 meters in front of me and to the sides, I mean, that is like so good. One of the other ththings, too, you should know, I mean, there's so much I could fucking say. So much I could fucking talk about. I could talk about crossovers. I could talk about the difference between 5.1 and 7.1. I could talk about, God, all kinds of fucking shit. I don't know. Is there a point? Is there a point? You could do a lot better than fucking headphones. You could do a lot better than fucking headphones. If you wanted to buy everything new, it'll cost you much more. It'll cost you about $1,000. But sound is half the game, and most people don't spend shit on sound. They don't spend shit on sound. They buy fucking stupid processors, fucking stupid blingy RAM, and they won't spend dick on their fucking audio. It's fucking insane. Yeah, there's a lot I could say, but fuck it. You know, if you have questions, I'll be happy to fucking answer them.